If you thought that the real Ghostbusters was incredible in terms of being top-notch with its animation, art styling, and superb feel, with it having that weird, edgy, and horrifying tone to it, then well, allow me to simply give to you another example of the mid-80s brought to cartoons. Inhumanoids. Now, this came out the same exact time as the real Ghostbusters in the year 1986. Although its first episode premiered a few months earlier in June, and throughout the entire second half of 1986, that would pretty much be the only time that Inhumanoids would run through. With only 13 episodes that came out, it pretty much is just another short-lived concept that unfortunately hadn't quite gotten too well. Although I will say, there are a few notable things about it. But you know what? Let's just go through the episodes real quick. Now that I feel like that's been covered quite well, actually, I can at least give you some good notions on what's come up. Like I've said, the episodes in this series are unbelievable. They definitely have a tone to it that's quite similar in feel to the real Ghostbusters. But of course we know that this was actually created by the likes of Sunbow and Marvel Productions alongside Hasbro in the tradition of other Hasbro-based shows like Transformers and G.I. Joe, and while Inhumanoids didn't quite catch on like the others, it still does live in the hearts of most hardcore fans from back in the day, and even seekers like myself. A lot of kids nowadays might not know what the heck Inhumanoids even are, but you know what? Apart from it being another case of Hasbro that unfortunately hadn't caught on too well, unlike other popular shows from the 80s, it still is in fact worth taking a look at. Interestingly enough, while other Super Sunday cartoons, other than Inhumanoids of course, in 1986, like Bigfoot and the Muscle Machines and Robotics, while they technically have lived on in the hearts of most as well, it probably will be about time for me to discuss anything about them. Though of course I'll put those on hold for now. But do consider the likes of Bigfoot and the Muscle Machines, or Robotics, or even Gem and whatnot. Any of those can probably become part of this series as well. Considering how much time I got though, I doubt I'll go on any further with all this. But of course I will have other things to go as well. Lots of other projects to create. But of course, if there's one more thing that I'm going to put together for this entire series, TV shows that deserve the spotlight will have at least one more bonus episode relating to a new film I watched recently in theaters. And I'd say with this, it's good for me to at least touch up on this, despite how simple and short-lived, much like how the show itself. But that's pretty much just what it is. Simple and sweet is what most people are looking for in an episode of a series like this. A video about Inhumanoids should be no more than a simple explanation of what it is. Well, I guess some people are wanting to know what it is. A group of mutants who fight each other. Probably the best I can put together for it, because even after watching an episode or two of it before making this video, I still can barely piece together everything in a certain context that's at least reasonable, because it's just crazy. So, like I said, the real Ghostbusters was pretty hard for me to take in as well, so don't consider both of these shows if you're unwilling to dive into the unknown. But definitely do be able to check it out if you, by chance, happen to find any episodes of the show. or even if you look at the playlist, which I have saved on my channel itself. Other than that though, that's pretty much just what I got to offer for today. And I'll be back with some more TV shows that deserve the spotlight related content quite soon.